was not invasive at all. So people need to stop saying this. And it's obvious that you have never been in a situation like this and you have limited knowledge. So please don't spread things that are false on the internet. I was advised by her pediatrician to take her to the emergency room. I took her to the regular emergency room and they referred me to go to the Children's Hospital in Hartford, Connecticut. I did that. She made a disclosure to the PA who was on call that night at the hospital by herself. She received a test, and here's the thing that everybody needs to understand. One, I was following the doctor's orders. If your child's pediatrician says, we strongly advise you bring your child to the hospital as soon as possible, and you don't do that, you're going to be called neglectful. And here's the thing. Angelina came back to me that day on Sunday. It was actually her birthday. And the day that we went to the hospital was on Tuesday. So Sunday to Monday, Monday to Tuesday, what is that? 48 hours. So they told us that usually in order for anything to actually come up on the test, that you need to have a certain window of time before you go to the hospital. If you take a shower after, if you take a bath, if you go swimming, if you do anything, that DNA evidence can be gone. So Angelina alleged that something happened on Saturday. She came back to me on Sunday. She received the test on Tuesday. So we're talking maybe 3 days, 72 hours or more since it would have happened. Now, if she had a bath that night, you're not getting anything. If she had a shower the morning I picked her up, you're not getting anything. They said, and they told me before I brought her, that there's a very minimal chance that anything will show up on this kind of test, given her age, given the window of time, and given the fact that we didn't even know when her last bath was before she was picked up by me. They said to do it just to be cautious because they said at the hospital they could test her for everything and get her all checked out. And I did that. And I was with my daughter until 4 o'clock in the morning, laying next to her in the hospital bed, by her side. Got no sleep during finals week of law school, which I don't know if any of you have gone to law school, but it's not easy. And juggling 2 kids, no help. And so then to go 2 days later to the court with no sleep and all stressed out and having all of this that had just happened and wanting to explain with my medical records and the documentation and all the evidence I e-filed and prepared, and being told, no, you're not going to get sworn in, you're not going to get to testify, you're not going to get to show evidence, you're not going to get to do anything, this is just a hearing for low dice and that's it. Like, that's not how things work in the U.S. And what she did is illegal. And I'm not the only parent, and many parents are giving me permission to share their stories, and I'm going to also share stories of other parents in Connecticut and other states, because this is not an isolated incident.